there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage Huntsville. Y'all know what y'all hear. Anything I say is alleged in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. Copyright Act of 1967 is in the description box. So you guys, happy Friday, happy New Year. We got to talk about Sunny's live. So if you have not aware, or if you've not been aware of what's going on, apparently another blogger, I'm not going to say their name, they're releasing these alleged recordings of allegedly Martell's side chick, who's apparently revealing some disturbing things, and apparently Sunny's name came up. I don't know the context. I don't know what happened. I'm not listening to the recordings because at this point, it's just like, we know how diabolical Martell and his bird is, his concubine is. We know how certain people hate Mel and they don't care what type of content is going to be put out. They're going to believe it for the simple fact of hoping that this just slanders her and ruins her mom. And it's just like, it's not that serious. What happened to going into 2025 with positivity? Listen, at this point, if you're still entertaining Love and Marriage Huntsville, like, you have to just do whatever you're going to say about it and then release. and then release, because there's no situation where there's going to be positivity and Love and Marriage Huntsville and Carlos King in the same sentence. It's not going to happen, you guys. It's absolutely not going to happen. Things keep getting worse and worse and worse, and this is no different. This is absolutely no different. So what happened was Sunny went live and essentially wanted to respond to, basically hearing through the grapevine that Martell's concubine was saying her name and saying that she said that she looked really pretty in person or whatever else. Essentially what Sunny said was, in 2022, when she was a producer on the show, the side chick essentially showed up full makeup, full glam, which I don't understand, by the way, too. I also want to get this off. People keep saying they think she's going to be on the show. She said a long time ago, even prior to this, that she could never be on the show, that she had signed away her rights a long time ago, plus the fact Carlos King didn't like her because of all the things that he said about her, that she said about him, that she said about Owen, that she said about Oprah Winfrey. It was never going to happen. So I'm confused, just like the people who keep trying to push the rumors that the Scotts are going to have a spinoff. Where do you see that happening? If you signed away your rights, basically saying that they can use your name, they can talk about you, they can reference you, and you don't ever need to be on the show, and you don't ever get to receive a penny, it's done. It's absolutely done. To go back on that, wouldn't there be legal ramifications? Like I'm confused as to why people keep pushing this. I don't understand it at all. If legally you signed away your rights and legally you can never be on the show, why would you ever think it's a good idea, Martell? And this is what I'm saying. The math is not mathing. Trying to ambush a scene. So she apparently tried to ambush a scene that Sunny was producing, or one of the producers on set with, and it was an all-guy scene and everything else. She showed up unannounced. Basically, the scene turned into an epic fail. It turned into a disaster. Some blows were about to be, had or whatever else. And the whole point of it was to confront Marceau about something. And essentially, she thought that she was going to aid and do her big one. And Marceau said, I got something for you. And I guess whatever Marceau said in response, whatever Marceau revealed, Martell was not happy. Martell apparently didn't know. And like I said, it almost escalated into a full-on brawl, you guys. And so then essentially, I guess another one of the producers on the team told Sunny to get, her to sign a release. Now, in this particular release was basically saying that if any footage of this
comes out and you appear in it, you're basically authorizing, yourself to be on it. But I think, like I said, she said she could never be on the show. And so essentially what ended up happening was the scene never happened. They ended up redoing the scene. Maybe that's why Martell thinks they're acting, and Marceau, when he says that they do reenactments. Basically, they redid the scene without the concubine coming in to interrupt things, and so that way they could just use the actual scene without the extra foolishness and everything else. Sunny said this was the only time that she happened to see her. She also said that, again, the side chick runs her mouth. These people don't have friends, you guys, because, again, why are you just telling any stranger, any person that you meet for the first time, all this personal business? Where's the decorum? Where is the tact? Where is the, wherewithal to know, hey, I don't know this person. Why am I just going to run my mouth about things that may or may not be true about somebody, just in hoping that I can spread as much malicious information about somebody, for whatever reason? It's just disgusting. And that's why I don't understand why so many people entertain her. I don't get it. These people are on a self-destructive path, and you guys make everything about Mel. And here is the cast knowing for how long now that Martell has been a menace. Martell has been on some BS. And the fact that even after this, Marceau and Maurice, continue to be friends with Martell. Carlos King continues to employ Martell, and he continues to violate, the working environment and the working conditions and all these things. And Carlos King, you still allow him to be on this show? Are you kidding me right now? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, you guys, because here's the thing. Everybody needs to be held accountable at this point. I have never heard of a work environment on this level of toxicity, on this level of unprofessionalism. Security should have immediately escorted Martell's side chick off set. The moment they've realized or got wind of, who she was and that she was there. Because if she's never supposed to be on the show, why is Martell trying to force her onto the show? And notice the timeline. So now he wants to try to force her on the show, and has been trying to force her on the show probably even prior to 2022, probably since Mel left Martell for good. And thought that he could use her to bring her in a scene with the guys. He knew for sure that Mel wasn't going to film with him if he even tried to bring her on a scene that he was filming with her at the time. This is diabolical, you guys. But nonetheless, Sunny said that in 2025, she's trying to keep it positive. She's trying to keep it cute and all these things. And, essentially said that she has more information on the concubine than the concubine has on her. And, essentially that you can get burned by Sunny's shade, or you can, or each way, or you can take full force or whatever. So yeah, you get burned by the sun or get shade each way is what Sunny came to say and all of that. But yeah, she said that was the only time, the only interaction she ever had with the side chick and everything else. And it's just exhausting, you guys. It truly is exhausting, because it's like, at this point, why is the show still on the air? Why is the show on the air? And the cast hypes this show up and promotes this show, knowing daggone well how much of a menace and unhinged Martell is. And y'all still sided with him. That's the crazy part about all of this. Y'all still sided with him, knowing how he was doing Mel, knowing that he was trying to force a side chick on the show, even though essentially she could never be on the show, outside of the cast allegedly agreeing for her to never be on the show. You're still trying to bring her on the show anyways. And you're trying to hope all of these antics you're doing is going to force her on the show and force Carlos King's hand when people are already quitting the show and dragging Carlos King. I'm just not seeing a situation how the show can continue. How can the show continue? There's an active lawsuit that is taking place that's not a good look for the show or the network. And then we keep having all of these things come out, you guys, of how much nonsense has been tolerated the entirety of the show. And I'm surprised Mel has stuck around as long as she has, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, this is diabolical. This is awful. This is disgusting. At what point do you change the culture? Do you change the environment so everybody feels safe? And people wonder why Mel has security. Because you have no idea what some of these people are going to do, who they're going to pop out with, and all the nonsense. But this is unhinged. And this makes sense more and more why Maurice continues to go hard in the paint for Martell. Maybe he's scared Martell may show up one day with one of his alleged whatever. This is insane. But this is grounds for easy grounds for why Martell should have been removed from the show a long time ago. And how the Scotts had the power to have Martell off this show several seasons ago with that restraining order, with the paperwork you filed on him. But y'all were more afraid on whatever alleged tea Martell had on y'all. And you thought that as long as he went after Mel, as long as there was issues with Mel, that he would never come and turn your way, as if the time would run out when Mel would get sick of his stuff too and hold him accountable for his actions and take things further and escalate things further. What's unfortunate is how slow the Alabama courts are as all of this chaos is happening. So there is documented receipts of all of these times that Martell has had these outbursts and caused all these altercations and caused all these brawls that have almost happened, to where production has to be shut down, scenes have to be refilmed, and all this and that, releases have to be signed, and there's still no situation where the words are, Martell, you're no longer on Love and Marriage Huntsville, is ever uttered, you guys. And this cast continues to entertain this. They've known about the revenge P. They've known about Martell cheating. Some of them have actively been out with Martell while he's cheating. Some of them have been out on double and triple and quadruple dates with Martell and his concubine while he's out cheating. Some of them have tried to set Martell up with other women while he was still married to Mel. And all these people play in Mel's face and make Mel seem like she is the bad guy, when all of y'all were complicit. All of y'all enabled this nonsense, so you can't be upset now when the nonsense turns to you and the spotlight turns to you, when you were perfectly fine with all of these scenarios taking place when it was someone else. And even when they tried it on y'all, you still entertained Martell. That should have been another time, one of several times, y'all could have banded together and said, I'm not filming with Martell anymore. I don't know what type of drama he's about to bring or who he's about to bring. And Carlos King always said that Martell's always in trouble. He's always having to call Martell and reprimand him. Where is the leadership to just flat out let him go? Make it make sense. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.